You're out by Sunday, or you're out on the street, my sister sneered, her voice dripping with triumph. For years, I'd held our family together, but in one brutal moment, they shoved me aside like yesterday's trash. My name is Clara, I'm 29, and I've spent the last 6 years in my mother's creaky old house, the one my dad poured his soul into before a stroke stole him from us. That house was his legacy, half-finished, with paint cans still stacked in the garage. When he died, Mom unraveled, staring at walls like they held answers. I buried my dreams to stay, to keep her afloat. But when my sister swept back into town with her flashy husband, everything I'd built crumbled, and their smug victory didn't last long. Dad's death hit like a freight train. One day, we were debating hardwood floors. The next, I was planning his memorial. My sister, Elise, breezed in for the funeral, all designer heels and crocodile tears, then vanished back to her glamorous life with Derek, her husband who thought charm could pay bills. I stayed. Mom was a ghost of herself, barely eating, bills piling up. I took a local job, gave up a career-making transfer to Portland, and paid the mortgage on a house that wasn't even mine. Dad's words echoed. Take care of her, Clara. She's tougher than she looks. I believed him. I was wrong. Mom never saw me. To her, I was the dependable shadow, while Elise was the sun. Why can't you be more like Elise? She'd sigh, eyeing my practical sweaters. She shines. Elise, with her curated social media and perfect husband, was the daughter Mom bragged about. I was the one she tolerated. I cooked, cleaned, fixed leaks, and smiled through her barbs about my boring life. I thought loyalty would earn her love. Instead, it earned me eviction. It was a rainy Tuesday when I got home late from a work crisis to find Elise sprawled on the couch, mascara streaked, with Derek scrolling his phone unbothered. Mom fluttered around them with coffee and pastries like they were celebrities. Clara, look who's here, she beamed. Elise sniffled. Derek's firm collapsed. We're underwater on rent, and our landlord's kicking us out. Mom didn't hesitate. They're moving in, she said, like it was decided. You can sleep in the attic or find somewhere else. Somewhere else. I echoed, stunned. I've been paying for this house. Mom waved me off. It's my name on the deed. You've always acted so noble about it. Elise smirked, barely hiding it. It'll be nice to have my room back, she chirped. That night, Mom confirmed it. You're out, Clara. Elise needs this. The betrayal burned. By morning, Elise was at my door, all false cheer. If you're gone by Sunday, that'd be perfect. I didn't argue. I found an old email from HR, a company apartment offer I'd declined to stay with Mom. Small, affordable mine. I called, signed a lease, and hired movers. Saturday morning, I stood in the driveway, watching my life get boxed up. Bed, books, lamps, dishes, every piece I'd paid for, every nail I'd hammered. The movers raised eyebrows. Taking it all? One asked. Every last thing, I said, feeling lighter with each box. By noon, the house was a skeleton.
No cortães, no hooks, no microwave.
I'd bought it all, and I took it all. Mom and Elise were at the store, planning a welcome home dinner for themselves. They didn't notice until I was gone, keys handed to the landlord of my new place. That night, my phone exploded, voicemails, texts, fury. I sipped tea in my quiet studio, city lights glowing outside, and ignored them. Monday, they ambushed my workplace. The receptionist buzzed. Your mom and sister are here. I stayed in my office, heart pounding but resolute. That evening, I drove by the house. They were waiting, faces like storm clouds. Mom launched in. You gutted this place. No fridge, no chairs, nothing. I shrugged. I paid for it. It's mine. Elise's eyes flashed. What about Dad's savings? The account's empty. I laughed, cold. That money ran dry years ago. I've been covering the mortgage since. Elise's jaw dropped. No, there was thousands left. That was my savings, I said. I used it to keep this house. She turned to Mom, voice shaking. You said there was money. You said we'd be fine. Mom stammered. I thought we'd manage. Elise's voice broke. You lied. We came back for that money, not for you. The truth spilled. They'd racked up debt, banking on a payout that didn't exist. Derek hadn't worked in months. Mom had spent Dad's insurance on Elise's wedding, a car, a new deck. Elise clutched an old bank statement, voice hollow. It's gone. Always was, I said. Mom begged. Clara, fix this. I shook my head. You chose Elise. Live with it. I left them there, unraveling in the dark, empty house. Weeks later, I heard they sold the place at a loss, moving to a cramped rental. Elise works retail. Mom's a part-time clerk. Derek still between jobs.
Me?
I took a promotion, furnished my apartment, and started living. This morning, I sat in a cafe I love, reading free. They thought I was nothing. Turns out I was everything.